May I ask you this question? How will you lead another person if you don't have confidence in yourself? How will you manage a family if you don't have confidence in your life? How will you manage your wife? How will you manage your family if you lack the confidence? Are you preparing to go into marriage? Do you think that is a time for you to tie the knot? May I say congratulations in advance. However, in this episode, I want to share with you 10 things that every man needs to possess before he go into marriage. Please, I want to encourage you to watch to the end because that will blow your mind. Without wasting your time, I want you to grab your pen, grab your paper, and let's join it together. Number one, maturity. Before you go into marriage, it's very important that you are mature. What did I mean by mature? Maturity is not about your age. It's not about where you are working. It's about the ability to handle things. Your emotional intelligence. You must be someone who is mature in your decision making, in your thinking, in the way you see things, in the way you interpret things, in the way you talk to people, in the way you handle things around you. Don't be someone who cannot make decision without some people input, without your mother input, your father input, your siblings input. Yes, you might seek for them for advice if there is need, but if there is no need, there is no way you can go into marriage if you are not yet mature. Number two, streams of income. May I tell you that there is difference between when you are living alone and when you have some people living under your roof. What did that mean? When you are living alone, you might feel like, oh, I don't want to eat. Let me just get KFC. Let me just get McDonald's. Let me just take a sip of coffee and sleep. But if you have family, if you have wife, if you have children, you need streams of income. You need to be someone who have something that you are doing that will be bringing income, bringing money into your family. Of course, I'm not saying that you have all the money in the world, but there's nothing like a husband, a family that have at least one, two source of income. So before you say I do, make sure that you have a stream of income, or may I say streams of income. This will help you to reduce financial heart attack. Number three, before you go into marriage, be that man that have personal goal and direction. I've seen so many people that marry without personal goal, without direction. They are just there. They don't even know what to do with their life. I have heard a story about a man who wants to marry, and the wife he wants to marry asked him a question and said, what is your personal goal? What is your direction for life? And this man said something that shook me. He said, until I marry you, you help me to identify my personal goal. My dear, may I tell you that your wife, her responsibility is not to help you to identify your goal and direction. Of course, she can help you to do that. But you as a man, you're supposed to know what is your goal, what is your direction in life before you go into marriage. Because the truth is this, if you don't know your goal, if you don't know your direction, how then do you direct your family on how to achieve a mission and purpose for family? Another thing you must possess is you must be someone who is faithful. Yes, I know that you may doubt it or you may think like, what? May I tell you, if you lack this virtue of faithfulness, it will ruin your marriage. You must be someone who is faithful both in speech and both in action. You must be someone who is faithful to your family, to your wife, and to things around you. Don't be someone who is unfaithful to so many things. Unfaithful to your wife, unfaithful to your children, unfaithful even to yourself. So before you go into marriage, you must possess this quality of faithfulness. It will help you to direct your family. It will help you to direct your wife, and it will also help your life. Another point is that you must be someone with sense of humor. I have never seen someone who wants to marry somebody who is aggressive, who is angry, who doesn't have time for anything, laugh, or like someone who is always aggressive. If you want to go into marriage, if you want to say I do, may I tell you that you have to develop, you have to possess that sense of humor. Because every woman wants to spend their life with someone who makes them happy. Children will want to spend their life with daddy who make them happy, who make them to laugh. No one wants to spend her life with someone who lack this sense of humor. It's very important that you possess this quality. Another quality is confidence. May I ask you this question? How will you lead another person if you don't have confidence in yourself? How will you manage a family if you don't have confidence in your life? How will you manage your wife? How will you manage your family if you lack the confidence? It's very important that you possess confidence. Confidence is a very big virtue that will help you in life. Many men, they lack confidence, especially in themselves. For example, why so many women are not working is because their husband don't want them to go out to work because they're afraid that whenever they work, they will look inferior before their wife. May I tell you that you need to develop this confidence because that will help you not to look down on yourself or to have that low self-esteem or to feel inferior before any person. Confidence is a big virtue that you need to possess before you say I do. Before we continue, my YouTube friends, please don't forget to help us to grow our channel by subscribe, like, hit the notification button, share to friends who will benefit from our channel because we have so many things we need to talk in this channel. Remember, we are in this journey together. Thank you so much for doing that. Another point is you must possess good communication skill. May I tell you that why the world in general is suffering is because of lack of good communication skill. Husband want to talk what he want to talk without caring about what the wife is feeling. The wife want to open her mouth to say whatever she want to say without caring about how the family will feel. There is too much freedom of communication that we are missing things. May I tell you that if you want to go into marriage, you have to be someone who communicates well, someone who know how to listen, someone who listen to understand, not to speak, someone who allow others to speak, someone who do not interrupt others, someone who wants others to be heard as well. So it's very important for you to possess a communication skill before you go into marriage. Another point is compromise. May I tell you that if you're a man and you want to go into marriage and you don't want to compromise, you are not ready. Let me give you an example. One of our family friends, when he wants to go into marriage, he always say, I want to marry, but I don't want to marry someone who will come and scatter my house. Imagine that. Yes, I understood that he is well organized person. Someone who want to put something here and he find it here. Someone who want to put something here and he find it here. But may I tell you, when you marry, you cannot say that you don't want someone to scatter your things. Imagine if you have children. May I assure you that they will scatter your things, whether you like it or not. They will scatter it. Some of them, they will even throw it away or hide it that you may not even know where they keep it. So be someone that are willing to compromise. May I tell you that every woman wants to spend her life with a man who take care of himself. No woman wants to marry a man who always eats junk. No woman wants to marry a man who doesn't smell well. So it's very important that you possess these attributes of self-care. You must be someone who cares for yourself, because the truth is this: if you can care for yourself, this simply means that you will care for your family. If you can care for your physical life, this simply means that you will also care for the physical life of your family. So don't abandon yourself thinking that, oh, when I marry or it doesn't doesn't matter. May I tell you that it matters a lot. Last thing you must possess before going into marriage is be someone that are committed. What did I mean by being committed? Be someone that take responsibilities for something. Don't be someone who are not committed for anything. You don't want to take responsibility of anything. You want to push blame. Even when things are not going well, don't be afraid to accept responsibility. Be committed in everything you do, because that is a great quality, a great virtue that will help you in your marriage. Thank you so much, my YouTube friends. I hope this provided you with very valuable information that will help you as you are preparing for your marriage. Thank you, and I will see you in another episode.